Hi, shalom, hello. Today I'm going to talk about how to remember new words in a new language. It's one of the most difficult things when we learn a language, but it doesn't have to be. So, first, I want to say that everything that I do and everything that I'm teaching is because I went through all of it when I learned English. So, as you can probably see, English is not my mother tongue. I teach Hebrew and I speak Hebrew. But I really wanted to know English very well because today you have to know English. And I love the language, but no matter what, I sat in class and I truly did not understand anything, not the rules, not the vocabulary. I couldn't remember anything. I couldn't understand anything, and I definitely couldn't speak to anyone, and it frustrated me. It really did, but I didn't know what to do. And hey, we're starting to learn English at around age 8 or 9 here in Israel, and I mean, nothing helped. I really started when I was young, but I couldn't understand and I couldn't speak. And so the way that I teach today, Hebrew, is the same as I learned English, and it really doesn't matter which language you're learning. It's the same mechanism. So find a teacher that teaches the language that you want to learn. But the mechanism and the tips that I'm going to give you here today are good for any language that you're learning. And I did it with English. I see my students, they do it in Hebrew, and it works. So there's a lot of tips and a lot of tricks and a lot of hacks and a lot of things to do. But today I'm going to talk about 5 because, hey, we can't do a forever video, right? So today I'm going to talk about 5. But first, if you want to learn more about languages and about how to learn a language, if you want to learn about Hebrew specifically, but also in general, how to remember things, how to work correctly, subscribe here, click the link, click the bell icon so you can get more content and more videos that will help you learn each and any language that you want. And the way I see it, language is just a bridge, an amazing bridge between people, between cultures, and between different people from different places, just a way to connect. And that is why it's so important for me. It doesn't matter which language you're learning. I really want to know that it's easy for you and you can do it at any age, at any time. So let's go to the tips. Okay, so the first tip is pretty simple. I guess it sounds obvious, but a lot of the times people don't even think about it. Find a cool, fun, cozy place to learn in. If you can, schedule the time and the dates that you can learn during the week. But if you can't, try to find a place, and whenever you have the time, it's close nearby. Maybe it's the park next to your workplace, maybe it's a place at home. Make this environment a nice, fun, warm, enjoyable environment, one that you can really feel inspired to learn. Learning is not always easy. We're discovering new things, and our brain doesn't really likes it. It wants things that are comfortable for us, doesn't want us to struggle with new things. So if we're in a nice, fun, warm place, maybe we have our hot cup of chocolate or cup of coffee or something sweet to eat or something that we like. Maybe it's warm there or cold there. We can see the sea. I love learning and doing things at the beach or maybe at the park or just a place that you know that is quiet for you, that you can relax. Look at learning kind of like meditation. That's how I see it. It's just a time for me to really take to get inside and to learn something and to be with myself and to enrich my life. It doesn't matter what I learn. So I want to have the right place and location facilities that will allow me and inspire me to do the work. So find and create yourself a place like that. Second tip. So as I said, our brain is kind of in a state of resistance, right? I mean, even if we love learning and we're really excited to do so, our brain really wants to be in a comfortable place. It doesn't want to be challenged all the time. So, one of the things that we need to see is that the challenge is not too big, not too small, because we do want to learn, especially a language when there's a lot to learn in, but not too big. So just see that, for instance, if you want to learn vocabulary, that's what we're talking about, how to remember words, then think what is the amount that is logical for you to learn, right? What is the amount that is, let's say, realistic for you to learn? What is realistic for you? So, what I saw from my students and also when I learned English, let's say that in a week, right? If I'm looking at a week, usually between 10, 15 words is pretty good. It's pretty good. It's something that we can learn. So sometimes you'll say, oh, no, I can do more. I can do 20, 25. Perfect. You will see along the way, kind of do trials and errors. Maybe you say, no, 15 is a lot. I can do 8. But average from what I'm seeing is about 10 or 15. And it's a lot. Think if we're just learning 10 or 15 words a week, at the end of the month, we have 40 or 60 words. That's amazing, right? Right? 15, 60. Yeah, my math is not very good. So so that's a lot of words. 40 or 60 words in a month. I know there's a lot of words in every language, but usually there's words that we use all the time, and it's not a million words. Usually it's a few hundred words that we use in our day-to-day life. I'm just talking about simple conversation when you need to, just connect and communicate with people and just day-to-day things. Usually it's the same words come up again and again. So we don't really need a million words in order to start speaking. So after a few months, after let's say 3, 4 months, you can start speaking pretty good with people if you're doing this work. So find out how many words is okay and realistic for you to learn. As I said, what I've seen, average of 10 to 15 words per week is amazing. My third tip, stop memorizing. Stop it. It doesn't help. I know we feel that it does, but it really doesn't. And we feel that it does because we're doing the hard work and everything. I always tell my students, think of a list, the groceries list, right? When we go to buy at the supermarket. So we write everything down because we never remember. And if we've remembered, we didn't have to write it down, we wouldn't buy so many things that we don't really need, right? Okay, so I can try to memorize and I can maybe learn a few words, but in the long term and the long run, it will be very hard for me to learn them in the long run and actually use them when I need. So don't memorize, use context. It could be taking the words and putting them into a song, a story, a conversation, a text message, whatever. Use context. Fourth tip, use the language. Mini podcast. Yes, that's how I call them. So you can just record voice messages with words and sentences and a short story to yourself. Just take the 10, 15 words that you want to remember for this week and maybe create a story, maybe use your language with the new language, or maybe just write sentences if you can do them personally so they'll be relevant to your life even better. And just record them on voice message and then just listen to it during the week. So listen to it, repeat after them, and you will get the words so fast and so good, you'll be amazed. And number 5, take something that is familiar. For instance, a song. I do it with my students all the time and it works amazingly. Take the new words that you want to learn and create a song on a melody that is familiar for you. Let's say Imagine by the Beatles, right? Take the words that you've learned and then kind of sit them on the melody of Imagine by the Beatles. So I'm going to show you a demonstration. Because I teach Hebrew, I'm going to do it in Hebrew. Okay, ready? Tapuach is an apple. Agas is a pear. Toot is a strawberry. Strawberry. I love to eat them all. Imagine all the fruits, living life in peace. You So I know it sounds silly, but that's the idea. First, it's funny. So we remember funny. What can I say? Weird, awkward, quirky, funny. We remember more than regular, memorizing, boring, day mundane. We don't remember those things. And secondly, it sits on something that we know. How do I know? They use it in commercials. They take one or two bars from a well known song. One bar, I think they don't even have copyrights or royalties, they don't have to pay. And then they build a song that sounds similar and takes up from that one or two bars from that song. And we don't even realize it, but something sounds familiar. And we say, wow, what a beautiful song, what a great commercial, and we run to buy it. It works with our psychology and our brain. They know it. So why not harness it to something good, such as learning, right? We want to take something that is familiar, that makes our brain say, ah, and then on top of that, teach it something new. It will be easier, quicker, and a lot more fun. So, write down in the comments, what do you think? Did you use anything? How was it for you? And if you have more ideas how to remember things, write it down here in the comments. Subscribe, press the bell notification to get more notifications for more videos like that, and learn language. Have a great day. Bye bye.